ヤガ、初めて魂が安定して自我がへの呪いです。パンダだって泣くんだ。
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. The latest episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 didn't waste any time. It started right away with one of the most heartbreaking scenes in the series, the death of Principal Masamichi Yaga. For anime-only fans, this might have felt sudden. The higher-ups blamed him for the Shibuya Incident, claiming he incited Gojo and Geto. But let's be real. That was a lie. That was just an excuse. The terrifying truth is that the higher-ups didn't kill Yaga for what he did. They killed him for what he could do. They were afraid of him because, in reality, Principal Yaga possessed the potential to be a special grade sorcerer. Today, I am going to break down his secret technique, the mechanics of how he created Panda, and the sad truth about the other living dolls he was hiding. First, let's understand the scale of his power. After Gojo was sealed in Shibuya, the conservative higher-ups finally had free reign. They targeted Yaga because he held a secret they were desperate to know: how to create independent, autonomous cursed corpses. You see, normal cursed corpses, like the ones Yuji trained with in Season 1, are just dolls. They run on a battery of cursed energy. When the battery runs out, they stop. They are just tools. But Yaga's creations, like Panda, are alive. Panda has his own will, his own feelings, and most importantly, he generates his own cursed energy. He doesn't need a battery. So, how did Yaga create them? This is the secret Yaga guarded with his life. To create a fully autonomous cursed corpse, Yaga developed a technique involving soul information. He didn't just put energy into a doll, he took the soul information from 3 compatible souls and placed them into 3 separate cores inside one body. In Panda's case, these are Panda, the balanced main personality; Gorilla, the power-type brother; Triceratops, the shy sister, who we haven't seen much of yet. Here is the genius part. By placing 3 souls together, they constantly observe each other. Their souls interact, creating friction and stability. This internal struggle is what generates a perpetual cycle of infinite cursed energy. But Panda wasn't the only one. In this episode, we saw something shocking. Deep in a hidden forest room, Yaga was keeping other autonomous cursed corpses safe. And this is where the story gets tragic. We learned that one of these dolls was created using the soul information of Takeru, the deceased nephew of Atsuya Kusakabe. There is a scene where Kusakabe brings his sister, Takeru's mother, to the forest. Even though the doll looks nothing like a human, it immediately recognizes her. The mother breaks down in tears because she realizes her son is technically still there. It's a beautiful but devastating moment that proves Yaga didn't just make weapons. He was preserving life. This explains exactly why Yaga was so secretive. He realized that, if the higher-ups knew, they wouldn't care about the souls. They would only see ammunition. He had to hide their existence to protect them. This brings us to the main point. Why is this a special grade ability? Remember the definition of special grade? It is the ability to overthrow a nation single-handedly. If Yaga wanted to, he wouldn't just make one panda. He could make an army. Imagine an army of 1,000 pandas. Soldiers that are strong, intelligent, feel no fear, and generate their own infinite energy. Yaga could have created an infinite military force that could wipe out any country. The higher-ups realized this years ago. They tried to classify him as special grade back then, but Yaga lied to them. He told them Panda was a fluke, a mutation. He played dumb to protect Panda and the others from being used as weapons of war. The most poetic part of this episode is Yaga's death. He fought Gakuganji, but in the end, he accepted his fate. But notice what he did right before he died. As he was bleeding out, he finally told Gakuganji the secret formula for creating a panda. Gakuganji asked, "Why tell me now?" And Yaga replied, "It's a curse from me to you." By revealing the secret after he was already dying, he ensured Gakuganji couldn't use it to save his own reputation. He burdened Gakuganji with the heavy knowledge of how to create life, knowing that Gakuganji, who is just a pawn of the higher-ups, would have to live with the guilt of killing a man who was only trying to protect his children. Principal Yaga wasn't just a teacher, he was a father, and he died protecting his children. So, what do you think? Should Yaga have used his army to fight back? Let me know in the comments. Yaga isn't the only one with the potential to become special grade. In the previous episode, Maki single-handedly eradicated the Zenin clan, one of the 3 most powerful clans in Jujutsu. Watch this video right here to know the secret behind her power and her relation to Toji. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.